Hello, and welcome to Star Time. How are you all doing this evening?
Literally melting, and I've spent way too long not putting on my face, but trying to keep it on. And I feel like that should be noted, because I can put on makeup. I can do a good job. And I don't want anyone looking at me and saying, oh, she doesn't know how to do a full bead. I do.
You're talking into a mic that no one can see. It just looks like you're talking to my crotch.
Probably super wrong.
Ooh,
that is for OnlyFans, and if we get enough comments, we will do one.
Whoa, we got some good comments already. Miranda, she's drinking wine with a Comic Sans label.
Ooh, I love it.
That's called Grandma's Forward.
I'm drinking something called Mexican Firing Squad, which seems highly inappropriate. Yeah, that's what it's called. It seems highly inappropriate, but that's what it was called. And I had all the ingredients, so I made it. And it's like a margarita, but take out the triple sec and take out the syrup and add grenadine and bitters instead. Yeah.
Pretty good.
So, not trying to be offensive. The people who made the drink are offensive. Thank
An
you.
old drink name that's offensive. I've never heard of such a thing.
Well, you've never heard of a witch's tit, that's for sure.
Well, have you heard that we have sponsors?
Oh, these again. Hey, I'm so happy.
Well, we have sponsors. Ooh, we got some good drinks going on in the chat. Sarah's got some drinks. We got some drinks with Betty, making a cocktail.
I highly
Mr.
recommend
Skinskull,
everybody
this is
try.
a show that fucks. Yes, I'd say, is that true?
Again, if we get enough comments, there will be an OnlyFans. I'm desperate for money at this point. The government isn't going to support me in any way, so
Yeah.
we're into most things.
I would just like better lighting so that when I go...
foot stuff.
Do you want to talk about the name of our OnlyFans, which we may
we've been
do?
thinking about it, all right, and if we get enough support, you will be able to find us on OnlyFans, and I believe we're gonna go by Black Feet, White Meat. So if y'all want it, we can do that, because again, Corona has been rough. And we need some way of supporting herself. I'm out in the country. I don't feel like impregnating cows for a living. I mean, I'll do it, but if I'm gonna do anything like that, I might as well, I don't know.
Shouts out to my coworkers and family joining us for this stream tonight, by the way.
They already know.
But
His
you know, our
family's, like, way open about this.
guest Ryan last week, he actually does impregnate cows for a living.
I low-key told him straight up, I was like, I'm gonna show up at your work, alright? And I'm just gonna like blast Al Green just to make you uncomfortable. He thought it was hilarious and said I should do it.
Well, anyway, we gotta talk about our sponsors before we move on to our awesome Mothman content.
Amazing. I love it.
So, our new sponsor is beautiful Skinwalker Ranch. Now you can join Luke, Chewie, Han, and all of your favorite Star Wars friends at Skinwalker Ranch. Go and ride a speeder in the field and have fun with your lightsabers at Skinwalker Ranch, just like Luke Skinwalker would do.
Is that a spa?
It's a spa?
I'm assuming it has the word skin in it.
They mentioned a lot about weird events, so I guess they're shooting a new spooky Star Wars show there. Something that they might, I don't know. It's like maybe it's like Black Mirror, but it's Star Wars. You know?
Support small businesses.
Yeah, it seems like they need the help. They're in the desert. There's not much going on except for the Star Wars stuff, I guess.
That's great.
Yeah. Wow. I love Luke Skywalker. Okay.
Yeah.
Now, Miranda was very interested in the factoid about Not Brian, not with a B, impregnating cows. Ryan with an R.
He knocks up cows for a living, and it's no joke. Like, he gets them pregnant.
Yeah.
With machinery. I should make that clear.
Well, he has to... We'll let Ryan talk about that.
I mean, I don't know. I've never...
Ryan, if you're watching, type that in the chat. Tell people all about it. Honestly, it's pretty interesting.
Job. It's called animal husbandry, right?
Like, you can be a husband to animals. Ooh, should we do some space news? I think you have some special stuff you want to talk about.
I do?
Yes, it's space news. And we wanted to talk about the alien DNA in vaccines or something.
Oh, yeah.
That's a thing now in our lives. What's going on with that?
I have to say,
You have to say
2020 has been quite interesting. I am living through a global pandemic, okay? Trump is in the White House. I've accepted that. The guy from Blink-182 helped declassify space aliens. And now we have a doctor that says demons can impregnate you. Which... that's fine. I'm fine with people having those opinions. Just, it's a little uncomfortable when they're in the media and very close to the government. But that's true. She believes that demons can impregnate people. And something about alien DNA.
in vaccines.
Corona's not real.
I think.
Vaccines are not necessary.
Well, we can read the news clip from the Daily Beast. Alien DNA is currently used in medical treatments, and scientists are cooking up a vaccine to prevent people from being religious. Wow, that's called the Bill Maher vaccine.
No, it's called vodka, and that's why I don't drink it.
Damn. I thought it was just called life.
Or meth. That also can affect it.
Ooh, delightful.
Yeah.
Let's
Or cocaine. That can also make you not believe in God. However, mushrooms will make you believe in God. So with that said, I don't get political too much, but I suggest anybody in the chat write to your local congressman or woman and suggest that we legalize mushrooms in order to counter the devil.
In other news, they found...
Is that too much? Sorry. Whoops.
Astronomers have found... It's okay. They found that the universe is now flat or smooth. The universe is a smooth universe.
I've always believed that.
Yeah.
Also, the echo that I'm hearing is making me weirded out. I just
We can
wanna say
turn this
that.
down some.
Thank you. Oh, thank you so much.
So,
It's causing me to talk weird, and I'm like,
but yeah, I don't know fully what this is because I saw this an hour before we went, but there's some large survey of the sky, and they've discovered that some of the universe is not clumpy at a great distance, and their models with the standard theories say it should be. So this is a technical issue that astronomers will be discussing for quite some time. I just like the way this image looks. It looks like a magic eye, and I would like to imagine I'm seeing a 3D image of a better world, a world where someone is giving me a free pillow. Perhaps some Skinwalker Ranch, our sponsor.
this looks like the pattern you'd find at a Spencer's, and this is like a t-shirt or something. And I don't know, I have my theories, but if the universe is smooth, I would say it probably has to do with exfoliation. Or perhaps pineapple enzymes.
Fascinating.
Yeah.
Oh,
See?
and the one big space news thing that really happened this week was they launched a new mission to Mars. So,
Thank God. I watched the launch, actually.
how was that? Because I slept through it.
Yeah, you slept through it, and I watched it, and it was boring. They
Okay.
lifted it up into space. Nobody died. Nothing exploded, except for the rocket, I guess. And, yeah, more stuff into space, I guess.
Going to Mars, though. That's fun.
Must be nice there now.
Yeah, you know.
It's not here. Mm-hmm.
It's not here. You can die within seconds just by opening the door. Isn't that nice?
Again, no different from here.
And now, that concludes our space news. And let's go to our special guest, Ryan. And he is a cryptid expert. And he's going to tell us all about Mothman. So, with that, welcome, Brian.
Hello.
How are you tonight?
Oh, I'm doing pretty well. Thanks for having me. How are you guys?
Thanks for coming on.
The first thing I just want to note about some of the space news that you just mentioned. I do support mushroom legalization to see the demons impregnate the cows.
Thank you.
Or whatever it was you said. I fully support that.
Thank you.
And I stand the smooth universe.
Mm-hmm. Smooth
Same.
universe, best universe.
Just want to note those things right up front.
Thank you. I really appreciate that.
Yeah.
I'm sure the universe does too. Awesome. So, Mothman, the legend, the prophecies.
Yeah.
Tell us.
Yeah. So first, I think I should disabuse you of the notion that I'm an expert so much as an enthusiast, or more accurately, a guy who read one book. You know.
Beautiful. That's us.
Yeah. Sweet. Okay. So the book is The Mothman Prophecies. By A1 John Keel. So that's about a UFO flap that happened in West Virginia in like 1966, 67. And so like, it's your standard UFO stuff up front, like lights in the sky, a guy gets pulled over by an alien to ask for directions, just your normal stuff. But then you introduce the cryptid, which is everyone's favorite part.
The Mothman.
The Mothman. Yeah, the Mothman himself. I don't know why they gender the Mothman, actually, now that I think about it, but they do. So it's like...
Oh yeah, it is sort of a moth being.
Yeah, exactly. It might not be, the mothiness of it is up for debate also, as I'll get into.
Ooh.
Yeah. So it's like 6 or 7 feet tall. Okay, so let me set the scene for you. You guys are in like a lover's lane situation in the mid 60s. You live in a town in West Virginia, Point Pleasant. And you are out in this outskirt area of town where they used to build munitions for World War II, I think.
It's like when we lived in Richmond.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you guys are out there doing whatever, necking, I imagine. Yeah. And so you hear some rustling behind your car. You look behind it and you see what looks to be a 7-foot tall dude with no head, bright red eyes right in the middle of his chest, no arms, and wings like, well, more like a bat than a moth, really.
So not even quite like, a little more like this, but still not quite like this. Too mothy?
Yeah, something along those lines.
Okay.
Yeah, I would say too mothy, although to be fair, I was not there.
Yeah. If only we were.
Yeah, so you see this thing, and it notices you, and when it does, it takes off straight up into the sky. It spreads its wings, 15-foot wingspan, takes straight off without moving its wings at all.
Ooh.
I know.
That's very creepy. Yeah.
Pretty good. So, I mean, the Mothman doesn't do much more than that, to tell you the honest truth.
I saw some pictures of the Mothman like flying around the bridge, but I'm pretty sure those were made by people after the fact. But some people said they saw the Mothman by a bridge during this time.
So yeah, great segue. The Mothman. So what I should say is, like, this is all part John Keel. I'm gonna go back to John Keel. John Keel,
Let's
the guy
go
who
John
wrote the
Keel.
book, The Mothman Prophecies. He's like your standard. He's a pretty good writer, really. So I think that's one of the reasons this book sort of stands the test of time versus other sort of weird folklore-ish books.
A lot of them from that time period are very dry.
Yeah. Well, this guy, according to his Wikipedia page, wrote for Get Smart and the Monkees and Lost in Space.
Mm-hmm. Like, great shows.
Yeah.
I'm here for it.
Pretty good.
Yeah.
So he goes down there to investigate this UFO flap and the Mothman stuff, and definitely starts to like lose it a little bit. It seems to me, assuming that what he's telling you is not just like he's not writing a novel, which is totally a possibility. In fact,
It's kind of like what the
certainly
movie played with too. Like, is he just losing his mind, kind of?
Yeah, so
Yeah.
I should say I've never seen that movie. I know that Richard Gere stars in it,
Yeah.
and I suspect it's not very good. Have
No,
you seen it?
I saw some clips of it because I thought I'd do something funny with the clips for tonight's show, but they're not interesting.
Yeah.
But it did have like a vibe of, am I sane or not? Like lots of mirror-looking scenes. It's one of those kind of movies.
Yeah. So like that's I think the most interesting part of all of this, because like you get past the Mothman and it's like, okay, it's a half man, half moth. Whatever, you know? But there's also like the Men in Black thing, I think I don't know if it comes from this, but like it's definitely like a big like aspect of the Mothman prophecies. So it's like these weird like I think of them as like, you know, in Multiplicity, where Michael Keaton copies himself too many times, and he's like, you know, a bad version of Michael Keaton putting pizza in his wallet and things like that.
Yep.
Cool. So they're like that, where it's like they're like facsimiles of people. They can't like they like look weird. They drive cars that are like 10 years old, but like look brand new.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's such good little details. I love that shit.
The whole thing with Men in Black is like they're just slightly off.
They're slightly off, yeah. Just like Tommy Lee Jones, you know.
Right?
So like,
or Alex Trebek and Jesse Ventura.
I feel like more of a Christopher Walken vibe.
Ooh.
I feel like.
Mm-hmm.
That's just my guess.
Yeah. Well, it's interesting because I also read that Men in Black kind of it was John Keel definitely helped like get the whole Men in Black phrase. That was like one of his big contributions. I'm not sure, if it was from the Mothman or another book that he wrote.
So I don't know that it's from the Mothman, but they're a recurring character in the Mothman, like
cool
universe or whatever.
The greater Mothman and the greater creature universe.
Yeah, exactly. The cryptozoological cinematic universe.
Yeah.
The Mothman or the Men in Black feature prominently. They're like they come, they knock on your door, they know stuff about you that they shouldn't, and they act really weird. And and they also like want to take something, which is another little detail that he puts in there that I love. Like they get really excited if you give them a pen or something like that.
Oh, no way! Like kids getting like a penny or something.
Yeah. Yeah,
Whoa.
it's so good, dude.
That's awesome.
It's a good way to ward them off. Like, here.
Yeah.
So if you've got Men in Black threatening you, you can just jangle some keys and throw them. Then just run the other way.
Yeah. I think that would work.
Miranda has a good Men in Black suggestion. Hire MIB as contact tracers. Not bad.
I think that's good.
Yeah.
Them being inhuman would be, I assume they're less susceptible to the ravages of COVID-19.
Totally.
Being, like fake people. The fun little... yeah. I'm going to get into what John Keel thinks they are, or at least what I think he thinks they are. But I want to like one of the best anecdotes that he uses or writes about the Men in Black is one of them walks into a restaurant in New York, sits down, and doesn't know how to like use the silverware.
Mm-hmm.
So somebody has to show him, like the waitress has to like show him how to use the silverware, and he like eats really awkwardly. I love that. I love
That's
the
great.
like, yeah, dude. I'm sorry, I'm looking at some notes I've got here.
Right.
I want to, yeah. So okay, so John Keel, he starts getting like visits by these men in black, or like the people he's speaking with get visited by them. The men in black tell these people to stop talking about the UFO stuff, mention John Keel by name, he says. And John Keel starts to like go into this world of paranoid delusion, is the way I read it.
Ooh.
Where like he starts to think that like the UFO phenomenon is like reacting to like the theories he has about it. So
okay.
yeah, so he'll like in the book he doesn't give a specific example, but he says he comes up with like a crazy theory, that he doesn't really believe, just to see, and then some like manifestation of it he starts to get reports of, stuff like that. I love that.
Yeah.
He starts to like communicate with different entities that he calls ultra terrestrials through these like contactees, and this is all like building to this fevered pitch, and the climax of this thing is that the bridge in Point Pleasant, which is where all this stuff was happening, collapses, right, killing a large number of people.
I forget the exact number. Is it 96, 99?
It's
90
yeah, I
plus.
was gonna say something like
A lot of
100.
people.
So
Yeah.
it's a lot of people.
Yeah.
And like I think the movie might go into this more because John Keel ends the book right after that.
Oh wow.
But yeah, it's like, which is perfect to me. I love that.
Yeah.
But like, the question is like, was the Mothman, trying to warn us, or did he collapse the bridge? What do you guys think?
Yeah. I don't know. It's interesting. Like a fireman that's an arsonist type scenario.
Yeah, exactly.
Or person
John-
from the future.
Yeah, I was always under the impression he was there to help, but that's just me.
And the movie, I think, I'm trying to remember because I watched enough clips of it, I can piece together a narrative. And I think the movie ends close to the bridge collapse too. But I think it's like the Richard Keel is going to the bridge, realizes what's going on as it collapses, and like rescues a woman he knows from the water as it collapses or something. And so then it's like it's one less of the number than the people kept saying, and it's like, oh, I saved someone or whatever.
Oh yeah, I see. Yeah. That makes so. I will say that I said that the Mothman doesn't really do much, but it does. Keel does suggest that the Mothman might kill and eat dogs, which doesn't seem like a thing a benevolent cryptid overlord would do.
No,
I'm not into Mothman now.
Oh.
No, Mothman's like not very chill for sure.
He's not chill.
Yeah.
All this time I thought he was cool, but now.
No,
Pulling that
he's like.
back. My goodness.
No, he's like. Yeah, he sucks.
Oh,
I do not stand the Mothman.
Betty said his diet is like Alf. Alf's
Yeah.
cats. So Mothman and Alf trying to get a pet. That's like a recurring gag in their roommate show.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That's true. That makes sense. Maybe it was, yeah.
Yeah.
I dig. I can see, like a buddy cop movie where it's like Mothman and Alf try to solve like structural crimes, Like somebody's like,
Oh yeah. They're building inspectors.
Nope. Anything.
Mothman and Alf are building inspectors. And so they're going along. They don't get a lot of money, so they have to split an apartment. But they're also trying to figure out how to stock the fridge.
That's,
One of them has to be like a drunk or something, has to have some kind of major issue, while the other one tries to build them up. I feel like if it's that kind of cop.
Yeah, Alf would probably be the drunk.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
I think he was too, technically. Well,
That guy's looking for work, the puppeteer.
I bet
Keeps
he is.
pushing Alf now. This could be a show.
Is that true?
Yeah, he's like, he'll pop up like almost like you call his name and the puppeteer will show up that like created and owns Alf. It's like, I heard you mentioned Alf. I'll do your show. And he sounds exactly the same.
Ooh, that's gotta be creepy.
Good on him for owning the Alf rights.
Yeah. Yeah, we could try to do it with Adult Swim. Or the Peacock. That's the new NBC thing, right?
That's right.
They need more streaming content. There we
Quibi.
go.
Quibi needs stuff. Or Netflix. Netflix will put anything up.
Anything.
They don't care.
That's true.
But yeah,
They'll do it
so
at least once.
I had this thought about Mothman. Because it seemed almost like he has just artificial wings. Like, what if it's just like an outfit? Like, I had this whole, like, it was definitely edible falling asleep time. And I was like, what if the spring-heeled jack technology got transferred to someone else?
Yeah, I mean, so like yesterday, I'm pretty sure. So I saw this on Twitter, which is where I see everything. So take that for what you will.
Oh yeah.
But I think the CIA declassified some like bird-like drone that they were like testing in the mid '60s.
No.
Ooh.
Was that you know?
And if it's in West Virginia, it's you know what? I got to look up Point Pleasant and how close it is to the quiet zone. There's a big radio observatory around there, and it's got like a 50-mile radius of no radio, no anything like that. I think they were building it at the time, but I'm not certain of the exact dates. My old boss actually works there, so if she's watching, pop it in the chat, Susie. Let us know. That would be a perfect spot. Mountains of West Virginia. There's a radio-free zone. Boom.
Yeah, I think that's a plausible explanation for the Mothman. Probably more so than the manifestation of like an ultra-terrestrial being, which is what John Keel is implying. I tried to read his next book also where he tries to explain this. And he talks about like, I bounced off of it after like maybe 30 pages because what he's saying is like, these are like extra dimensional beings who live in like the electromagnetic fields or whatever. So, you know.
Yeah, like a Jacques Vallée kind of thing, but without the panache.
Yeah, or a different kind of panache, you know?
Oh, yeah.
Like
it's
Vallée's
kind of like,
got that cool, French like fairy tale thing, you know, which is very like the Irish sort of like fae people or whatever that he ties UFOs into. I dig that, but like not that.
It's fun,
you know.
It's kind of like the same as like Whitley Strieber, as his books go along in the Communion universe, it just becomes completely more unhinged. It's like, this is an interesting idea. There's a school now for kids and aliens, and you go to the school too. Oh, and they told you about some Earth changes. Wait, you go there every night? Wait, what the? Oh, no.
Yeah, it's a lot like that. Yeah. You go from writing scripts for the monkeys to like books about, you know, electromagnetic beings.
Yeah. And you have your own Mothman theory, Jasmine?
I do.
What's your theory?
Potentially just pranks, but from like aliens, a la like, you know, Douglas Adams mentioned this, that alien teenagers will come to Earth dressed funny, just pranking people. Maybe that's what it is.
They find the drunkest person they can find in the most country-ass town imaginable and park and hop out.
This shit never happens in Manhattan. Like, I'm just saying.
It's true. Although, now that you say that, I don't know anything about this, but I have heard word that the Mothman has been seen in Chicago.
Ooh.
Yes!
Chicago Mothman.
I can see that.
Ooh. So is that around the same time? Or is it recent?
That's a recent sightings in Chicago.
Ooh.
There's some good stuff there. I mean, deep dish pizza.
Deep dish.
Really great hot dogs. Italian ice.
Silver beans.
Oh, that he'll be there for that, sure. Yes.
That's why Mothman's going there. He wants the bean.
Yes.
Yeah, he loves the tomatoes on hot dogs thing.
Oh, yeah. He's a hungry. He's got to fly.
Neon
And
green
no one ever gives him
relish.
any treats.
yeah.
He needs the high-calorie Chicago food to
Yeah.
maintain.
Yeah.
It's a big metabolism.
Shit can kill you.
I would imagine.
Yeah. Well, we've discussed Mothman. We've talked about like how ripped Mothman must
Oh
be
my
for flying
God.
around. So, would you like to play a game with us? Jasmine has created a game for us to all kind of play.
Mm-hmm. I'm
And oh, Mothman was a Wilco fan by Betty.
And feel free, anyone in the chat, play along. I think anyone will enjoy this game.
This game is the classic. Oh wait, wrong key.
Here we go.
The classic. Hot or not? Is Mothman hot or not?
Just based off of his pictures. So, you know.
Yeah, Jasmine has assembled several excellent pictures for us to judge the dateability.
Yeah, like, can he get it? That's my question.
Can Mothman get it? All right. Well, we'll rotate our guest. Brian, you should definitely go first.
Okay.
How's this Mothman?
I love the sort of like Dick Tracy trench coat, and the pose, bespeaks a lot of confidence. That scarf is like to die for.
Oh yeah.
Mothman could get it.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
100% agree. I can really appreciate a man who cares about how he looks and his outfits. He's well dressed. Everything's put together. Love the gloves. Yeah.
Betty
I
says
hit it.
this is a 6.5.
Still pretty good.
The scarf's a little fussy, but the pattern is killer. Miranda says that this Mothman has a copy of Infinite Jest, creased at page 250, and she loves him. We all
Does
love
look
our
like a
fancy
Wes Anderson
Mothman.
film.
Do you have the artist information for this one?
Sadly, I do not.
We're going to try to put all the links to the artists in the description later on. So apologies if you're watching live, artists that made this.
We'll give you credits.
Yep.
Alright. This is a classic.
Mm-hmm. Now, hot or not?
Okay, so am I still going first on this?
Yes.
Mhm.
Okay, so this Mothman is absolutely shredded to the gills.
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
Definitely could get it.
absolutely. He has an ass
These
that
are-
will not quit.
Yeah, these
You
are body
could
goals.
Bounce a quarter off of it. People
Like-
take pictures. Like, it's a nice ass.
The Church of Satan statue that they love to put up of Baphomet, he's really ripped too. I
Yeah.
think Mothman's more ripped. Yeah, this Mothman can get it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Now, what say you to this Mothman?
This Mothman, this Mothman
No.
is for sure a gamer. This Mothman, this Mothman posts on Reddit. This is definitely a not hot Mothman.
Harsh words for this moth gamer.
Yeah.
Jasmine.
At first, looking at him, I thought he was a little fluffy, and I was fine with that because I do enjoy men that are, don't get me. I mean, but I like a little bit of meat. But then, as I look, those are muscles, and he looks top heavy, and that looks weird. So no, he can't get it.
Oh, he's like a guy that just does 3 exercises at the gym for an hour.
He's like the kind of, I don't know, like he skips leg day. I don't know.
Well, I was
He's
gonna
not
say
into it.
Mothman here might have cankles.
Ooh.
I'm not.
It does look like there's some weird thing going on there.
Now, this might not be any fault of Mothman. What if he has varicose veins and he just needs something worked on? A little bit of quick surgery that Mothman can't afford because our healthcare system sucks so much.
I'm still.
Still not
Some
hot.
things can
I'm
be
sorry.
excused, but I'm just like, no, not into it.
Yep, folks in the chat are not into it either. No. They do like your mug, Ryan.
Oh, thank you. The future of book selling is booksellers. You can't
Nice.
see it.
Yeah, there we go. Now for this Mothman, I'd say I'd cuddle with this Mothman. Seems might be nice, but I'd have to feel him out. I don't know. Like you said, might be like a real horrible Reddit poster. You know, maybe he just cruises Reddit here and there while he's waiting for his game to reboot.
No. This Mothman is a men's rights activist.
Ooh. Yeah, I can't deal with that. There is some possible religious iconography on him too, and I'm not sure what that is.
I think that's supposed to be like washboard abs or something.
Looks like there's just one washboard.
Or it could be like one of those really nasty like tattoos of a cross a la Ed Hardy.
We just got the comment, only 10% moth. Yeah. Ooh, this one has a weird transparency effect.
Oh no, that's
Yours is a ping or a GIF.
No, it was just a white background, but I guess there's no background.
Ah, well.
Well, what I will say is I really like the mysterious nature of this Mothman, you know?
Yeah.
Like, I'm very intrigued. Definitely hot.
Yeah, it looks cool. I mean, I do know what it looks like, so yes, I'd smash. He's like super muscular. Yeah.
This is like going into those clubs that have like the super low lighting, like a red light bar. Everyone's like going to the bathroom every 5 minutes, and you're like not sure why.
Oh yeah.
He's found at the very, very, very back of the Ruby Room. Maybe it's
Yeah.
red and black that's giving me those vibes, but
This is at the end of the night. You see someone come out, and they are extremely into making sure you get home safely. And also that you should start something, a project together. Well, wait, Uber,
Yeah.
do you want to work on my new band's like new profile? We're a band that's also doing a Kickstarter for our app.
That's right. Yeah, you're starting a deep house project with this Mothman.
Exactly. This is a Mothman with amazing 3 a.m. ideas. That at 10 a.m. you wake up next to the Mothman and grit your teeth and realize, oh, they're still on it.
Yeah.
Well, we can drink
You
at
know-
brunch.
I think I'm going to not hot now. You've convinced me.
you did like paint a nightmare-scape just
Yeah.
now. Like,
Oof. Miranda, 100% can always bum a cig outside. Yeah. That does seem
probably
like.
true. Yeah. Hopefully the next one's okay. All right.
Ooh,
Good. Whew.
dainty.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's
Yeah.
cute.
Brian, what's that?
You know, this Mothman is more. This is like, I think we've confused. This is Cockroach Man, and Cockroach Man is not hot.
Is it the wings?
It's the wings. Yeah.
Ah.
Oh, those are roach wings, aren't they? Huh. But then again, roaches don't get a respect. They're not too bad.
They're pretty bad.
As long as you're not in the mid-Atlantic or below, then they're very bad.
Yeah. Not a fan.
No.
I think
Jasmine?
he's cute. I'd give him a shot. That's just me.
I'm pretty forgiving for a lot of these ones. I don't know. It looks like this is someone I'd like to go candy shopping with. Like, I really get a feel that they are really living the moth life, and they need sugar. Bad.
I will say this Mothman does have really long arms, and so while I will not date him, he can definitely play on my basketball team.
Especially
He's
they might be able to do some trick shots.
He's perhaps good at giving hugs.
There's some support for this Mothman in the chat. We got 90% moth. Now we're talking. What that mouth do? It eats sugar. And likes the gauzy wings. Betty says it seems sweet. We'll hang out on a swing while Kiss Me plays.
Yeah, I don't know what it is. He seems cute.
Oh. But Barbie, she says it is gross. She does not approve of this Mothman. Let's pick another one. Which also, is this from a cartoon I've seen? I don't know. What say you?
Okay, first of all, this Mothman is actually wearing clothes. which sets him apart from the other Mothmen we have seen so far. He also has antennae and nipples.
Oh yeah, nips.
And I think a little. Am I seeing a little like stubble on his chin there?
Definitely. Yep.
This guy 100% can get it. This is my type.
Nice, Jasmine.
I'm not feeling it. He looks like a degenerate. I don't know. Maybe it's the way
That could be
he's
fun.
hunched over. You know, I need a man to like be able to present himself. Like, stand up straight, shoulders back. Try.
Well, he's got to have that pose. He's got the wings. Look, this is clearly. He's got no arms, right? He's just, those shoulders are just use as massive wings. This is the only Mothman we've seen so far that can give you a ride.
Oh, that does change things. That could be fun, I guess. So, okay.
Yeah.
I'd have to get to know him first.
How do you think he
depend.
puts the pants on?
One leg at a time. Maybe there's zip-ups, like on the back.
Oh,
you think he
Barbie
uses his
says it
teeth,
reminds
though?
her of gargoyles. I remember that shit. You're right.
Oh!
Yeah.
I don't even have to say. You know the cartoon, right? It was on...
Disney.
Oh, I was...
They hired a lot of Batman the Animated Series people,
I
which you
saw
can
it
totally
on
tell.
Fox.
Yeah, it does have that. Yeah.
Yeah. That's a great show.
Yeah, solid.
I'm actually surprised maybe they did have a Mothman in an episode. Of any of the shows we saw as kids, that would be the one.
Fun fact, gargoyles, a lot of the voice actors, Star Trek alums.
Oh yeah. That's when my
Very
mom
cool.
would watch it.
Did not know that.
Yeah.
I think my mom had a crush on the Riker character. Jonathan Frakes was the billionaire guy that transported a castle from Scotland to New York City
I think
and
Michael
unleashed
Dorn
the
was on it
gargoyles.
at one point. And then the lady who plays Diana Troy. was on
Marina
it.
Sirtis.
Yeah. And I forget who else. But yeah, a few.
I'm glad we got to talk about gargoyles because of this Mothman. He seems
Yeah.
to strike up good conversations. So
Yeah, we
I'd
like
say
him.
hot. Yeah. Also, I'm going to just guess at what media property this is from. This is either an Invincible character from the Image comic, or it's a character design from that early 2000s Batman show that one cartoonist did the character designs for. Did like the Men in Black show, the
Oh,
Jackie
yeah.
Chan Adventures.
The OG.
Yeah.
Yeah, that actually makes a lot of sense.
Ooh, Keith David. This does have like a cleaned up Keith David look. He loves
I
some
do like the
roided out
coloration.
shoulders. The
Yeah.
coloration's real nice.
And the weaponized knees.
Mm-hmm. That's what makes me think it's like that era Batman show. They loved spike boots on that. Big feet. Ooh. What about
Okay.
this chill moth?
So far this is a Pokemon.
Mm.
And so hot. I see Pokemon, I say hot.
Betty mentioned Keith David for the previous one, and I totally mixed it up with the Marvel artist, not the voice actor, who's also in The Thing.
Oh.
With the magic voice. Well, back to this.
I mean, like I said, this is Haunter from the famous Pokemon video game, so definitely hot.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's cute. I'm into it.
I like the mystery.
Yeah. And the color is great. I actually have that eyeshadow palette on right now. So, matching.
This is definitely a Mothman that's like an extra in like an early 80s pop goth video, for sure. Like he's dancing with Laura Branigan. He's having a good time being a creature of the night.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, this Mothman has a good time, right? But like, he's not like he's got a good soul under there.
Yeah.
Is what I think.
It's a
He gives me
Mothman that's
good
done some
vibes.
mushrooms.
Yeah,
It's chilled out.
Yeah, exactly.
The hardest they ever get is once every couple of years. If it's a little special, they might do some party drugs. They might do MDMA a little bit.
Yeah.
Open-minded. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, just to
Nice.
just to keep himself grounded.
Yeah, exactly. What a great Mothman.
Yeah, he
Thank
seems
you.
like a nice guy.
Ooh.
Yeah. I'm intimidated by this guy.
I'm trying to get a good. There's a lot going on.
Yeah.
First
Yeah.
of all, absolutely jacked.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see if we can.
Like-
Not natural. Probably
Polygonal
on
muscles.
steroids.
Mm.
Yeah, definitely this Mothman is on gear.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Long claws. Don't like that. Clip your nails. I'm saying no, not hot.
It's got more of like a bee feel with the
Yeah.
head.
Oh,
I guess
the
it might be a
eyes.
more accurate head, but it just draws into the fact that moths are more bug-like than I like to think about.
Yeah.
It's like they're fuzzy and cute. It's like, yeah, they still look like an ant if you shave them. It's like, eh.
They can be. The bigger they are.
Oh yeah, Betty agrees he needs to trim his nails. Everyone agrees on the nail trimming. This
Oh,
is a
yeah.
Mothman in need of a mani-pedi.
I did
Yeah,
not
like-
notice that.
Show some
creepy.
self-care.
Yeah.
Seriously. Especially if you're 50 years old, Mothman. There's
50
no
years old.
excuses.
Yeah, and he works out, obviously.
Mhm.
Like,
Yeah.
go the extra mile. Yeah,
Just-
definitely.
Oh yeah, this gonna destroy. Yep, the Barbie points out this would destroy the sweaters.
Mm,
Just putting on a sweater with those nails? Hell no.
you're right. Destroys clothing.
Ooh, Betty makes a good point about the ruff of fur. Very Elizabethan ruff.
Yeah.
An aristocratic Mothman. Boo.
Oh, definitely,
We want a people's
yeah.
Mothman. So yeah, I guess Mothman is over 50 years old, right?
Wow.
It's like what, 67?
Yeah. Yeah, so he's like
Getting
53.
on in years.
Yeah,
Wow.
just a couple
He's up
years younger
there.
than me, Mom.
Yeah,
If
so,
Mom's watching, no, you're much younger than Mothman. It's fine. Ooh.
Yeah, he's Okay. So this is all the same Mothman, right? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I will
Looks
say
like
I
a
like
concept
mouth
art.
action right there.
Wait, let me expand this Mothman a bit. There we go. It's a little better.
so I think I like is that like a proboscis or whatever? Like
That's what that's called. Yeah, that's totally it. Mm-hmm. That's what the mouth be doing.
that's what the mouth be doing.
No,
Oh, Miranda's dad is the same age as Mothman, by the way. And she also adds, do not Google shaved moths.
Are people doing that?
Has Miranda's dad and the Mothman have they been seen in the same room before? Is what I would like to know.
Oh,
You know?
yeah. Good question. Not a long drive from Ohio to
Mm.
Virginia.
Mm-hmm.
And someone else mentioned this is very much an emo Mothman.
I was thinking that, like, this Mothman shops at, like, Hot Topic and is very young.
Wings were totally bought at Hot Topic.
Absolutely. That's what I was feeling
Yeah.
like. I don't want to be with a mall rat. Mm-mm. Not that those exist anymore. Remember when that was the thing? You had to go to the mall to do stuff.
Oh yeah.
Oh, for sure. The mall was awesome.
I love
Yeah.
them all.
You know
Do some
what?
pretzels.
I was kind of like when you started saying that this Mothman was emo and shopped at Hot Topic, that was making me lean no. But now you've reminded me of how fun the mall is.
Yeah.
You know, and these little whatever the antenna things, I like those.
Mhm.
I'm going
Good
hot.
accents. This
Yeah.
might be one of the only Mothmen with accurate moth antennae.
Mm.
Mhm.
I like it. This is a fun Mothman to like chill and watch 90s dubbed anime with that they got from someone they met on a bulletin board. And then you listen to some music that's mostly a guy crying, but it's still pretty listenable. I can get
Yeah.
into this.
Yeah, he's not bad.
Eh.
I will say,
This Mothman has a corpse bride tattoo from Betty.
Yeah, exactly.
Barbie is not feeling this one. Ooh,
look,
Miranda actually gets trucker vibes. Waiting for his next haul right there.
Trucker vibe. No, she's wrong. Sorry, Miranda.
I like Corpse Bride Tattoo Mothman. He has a page where he talks about his Invader Zim fan fiction because it was canceled too soon. And Jonah Vaskin liked his tweet of his once. Good job, Mothman.
Love it.
Ooh,
Mixing it up here.
Moth women.
It can happen.
Yeah, hot. Just straight up.
Yeah.
That's a sexy moth woman.
Yeah. I'd say
like...
maybe. Gotta see the rest of the face. Might be a reason why it's in shadow.
But look at the pixie cut. I love it.
Yeah. Seems cute. Got the fingernail problem though. Like from the last one.
That's true.
Watch out.
Definitely not into women.
Oh, yeah, someone said, oh, so you can have huge nails as long as you don't lift. Yep. Don't want to have that double standard. Honestly, I bet Mothwoman goes through a ton of clothes too.
Yeah.
And we don't know. Maybe she just does toning exercises. Maybe she's not into like getting gains so much as stamina and endurance.
Yeah, she's doing like plyometrics and stuff for sure. And like, I mean, all of these moths presumably are eating through clothing and sweaters and stuff, considering that's basic moth behavior. Yeah,
like I imagine when you get to be a big moth like this, you just take clothes, whole clothes, from like the free pile, from people's closets. You just shove them in a blender with as much honey as you can find, sugar, whatever. You just go nuts.
That explains why the Mothman is in Chicago now. He's eating up like those gigantic Bears sweaters they have.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, wow. Despite being notorious for eating clothing, most moth adults do not eat at all. At all?
That's depressing.
Thanks, Miranda. That's crazy.
I wonder why they're so upset.
Oh, I guess. But they got the proboscis for what? Maybe for a little bit of water?
I don't know.
Oh.
That's scary.
Oh, well. Oh, apparently. Yeah, Betty points out, it's the nails wreaking havoc on the clothes. Makes people think they're eating the clothes.
Yeah.
They're just looking for something.
Yeah. This is gonna suck. Trying to find clothing and just ripping it up.
Justin is calling this iteration Tinker Hell.
Fair.
Yeah.
That is also a Hot Topic shirt. It is one of those little halter top, tank top type things. And you wear it with like the baggy pants. For sure.
Oh, definitely. The black ones with zippers.
Yep. Oh, yeah. And there's a couple of those cool chunky boots, too.
Yep.
There we go. Oh!
That's it.
Now we're back to our Dapper Mothman.
That
means we're back. We are almost done for the evening. So, this has been awesome. Thank you, Brian. Is there anything more Mothman related you'd like to mention that we might have neglected?
No, I mean, just read the book. Look at the shredded Mothman statues. You know, that's all there is. Mothman's cool.
Awesome.
Support
Mothman
your weird folklore.
Yeah. I'd like to see Mothman, like the Jersey Devil, kick it. It seems natural.
Yeah. Dover Demon.
Anything you'd like to promote, by the way, or shout out?
Shout out Miranda in the chat. And also Justin in the chat. And also my wife Barbie in the chat. Shout out the chat.
Awesome. Well, shout out everyone.
You guys.
Cool. And you can find Brian on Twitter at Winks with three eyes. Or how would you pronounce it?
I just say Winks, but three eyes in there. Winks with 3 eyes.
Awesome. I actually mistyped it the first time, and it brought me to a Nintendo Wii account.
Oh, I don't like that.
It was very weird. I'm like, no, I don't think this is it.
No.
Awesome. Well, thank
No.
you so much for joining us.
Thank you.
Awesome. Well, have a good night, everyone. Thank you for joining us in the chat, and we'll see you next week on Star Time and this Sunday for your Stupid Brunch show.
Yeah.
Who are you having a Stupid Brunch show? 1 second for that.
Oh, yeah. I have a brunch show. It's on Sunday. You should watch it. And if you want to be on it, let me know. I'll take anybody.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't matter.
What time is it?
I think we're doing it at the same time. So it's 11 a.m. Pacific, 2 for us.
Okay. Brunch
That's how
time.
math works.
Awesome. All right. Thanks again.
Thanks.
See you all later.
Bye. Really sold it there, huh?